All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf, and this is DJ Wolf Live. All right, I just posted an announcement that Democratic candidate, I don't even know why I'm saying this about this guy, Joe Biden, has picked his running mate to become vice president as his running mate. None other than Comalong Harris. Yeah, she's coming along with Joe Biden to try to run for the Democratic choice for his country, or what I affectionately say, the obvious pick that they picked for the Democratic Party. Because that was obvious, they were handpicked from the Democratic, the DNC. At least that's my opinion on it. They didn't care about what the people want, it's about what they want. They wanted this old guy with these old ideas to make black people think that they're new ideas, and they're actually not. They're ideas that goes nowhere. Just like the politicians. They go nowhere with your ideas, but they go everywhere else with your money. Let's be real. And that's what they've been doing. And that's what they continue to do. You know? And people, and what it is, like they were saying, and many other YouTubers, including myself, have talked about, is that they use that old adage about us voting. Oh, you must vote. You vote for change. Change never come. Obama ran on that same fucking campaign about 10 years ago. Okay? Or about 12 years ago. But he ran on the same campaign well over 10 years ago about change. He didn't change nothing. He didn't even attempt to change anything. He didn't even speak out about trying to change anything once he became president. He didn't change his shit. And Joe Biden is trying to ride off of Obama's fortune. As a result of that, because he was picked as vice president with Obama. Go figure. You know. So nothing new. It's the same old song. You know? And Comalong Harris with her record in California, there's no way, I can't see her, I can't see them winning. I can't. Cannot see it. But black people will be put into the trap like a bunch of bees, and I mean like bumblebees, put into a trap to vote not the consciousness, but what the Democratic Party said you should be voting for. You know, because you don't have any choice. It's either Biden or Trump. Yeah. That's what it all comes down to all over again. The same old fucking song and dance we've been hearing for decades. You know, they play with our votes. Our votes are not being taken seriously, folks. You know? The candidates don't give a fuck about your votes. All they give a fuck about is prestige and power. That's Kamala Harris. And you know what she's going to use the women's vote. Women are already talking about, yeah, we got the agenda. He has to pick, he has to make sure he gets the right candidate and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to back her and make sure that she that she's good to go. And Kamala Harris, she got that big old Me Too movement agenda right behind her ass. And they said a lot of prominent black men had asked Joe Biden, and I was surprised by that, to pick a black female candidate. Yeah, I don't know who they all were. Well, I'm not prominent, so I wasn't one of them. I wouldn't ask anyway if I was. I'm not riding with this narrative. I'm not voting. That's why I'm not going to vote. I didn't vote in the primary earlier this year because Joe Biden was not my pick. I'm gonna tell you who my actual pick was. But I had a little problem with him because he was kind of patronizing the black church. Oh, what's going on down here today? Traffic is horrible here. My pick was Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang had came in with some brilliant ideas I would have rolled with. He was a young guy. You know, he wasn't the typical person who people would vote for in terms of some of his ideas, but his ideas were brilliant. He was a young guy, you know, and he wasn't the usual milquetoast person that was running for office. You know, if anybody I would have voted for, it probably would have been him. Seriously. You know, I would have gave him a chance if I was serious about voting. You know, I just couldn't do it anymore. You know, these candidates don't do anything but take your vote every 4 years, and during the primaries, and then whatever they call the other race, but they do it every couple of years. And I'm sick of it. It's just the same old song every 4 years. You know, you waiting in line for 90 minutes. You know, and don't get me wrong. I respect my forefathers. See, this is the other thing. They ride on that. Well, look what your forefathers did. Okay, our forefathers fought and died for us to have the right to vote, because at one time in this country, we weren't even allowed to vote. We weren't even allowed to read a book. And then they put the poll tax on your ass about how many cats does it take to lick the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? Some stupid shit like that. Racist as all get out, by the way. You know? That's what they fought for. They fought against Jim Crow. Because that was nothing but Jim Crow all day. You know, just an extension of it. But now you have the right to vote, and they're still fucking with your votes. So what difference does it make at this point? If I vote, you only, you know, and we ask for the candidates we want, you're going to manipulate to put the candidates that you want to be put in there that they're going to force us to vote, because that's our obligation from our ancestors to us to vote. That's the excuse black people are going to keep riding with. You know? That narrative. Yeah. They put it above our heads to do that because of that. And I understand it. And of course I respect them for it. I really do. And it's not that I don't respect them. I don't respect the way that this process has forced us to pick certain candidates. You know? This Democratic Party has become a joke. They don't fight for you no way. They really don't. They don't fight for you any harder than Republicans do for their own people. Which I admit, Republican candidates, they fight for what their people want. Each and every time. Now, that's no joke. And they usually get what they want, too. You know? But, of course, the people are predominantly white. That's another story. Democrats don't do the same for us. That's why I'm not voting Democrat. I don't know if I'll ever vote Democrat or Republican at this point, because I'm sick of these choices. You know, somebody who we thought was going to do something for 8 years didn't do shit. He was Democrat and he was black and didn't do a damn thing. You know, Obama was a big letdown to me. You know, it was a pride, but it was also a letdown. You know, college numbers were among African Americans were at record numbers because of what Obama did. I give him that. Beyond that, it's a joke, because he didn't do shit. He did nothing. He did nothing as an elected official. He didn't do a damn thing. He did nothing. I mean, he literally did nothing, and that's, to me, was the downfall. That he didn't do anything. It's a damn shame, you know. And I'm pretty sure if Biden and Comalong Harris win, Comalong Harris is going to do everything that WS is going to tell him to do. Watch, because Biden is a card carrier. He's an undercover card carrier, but he's a card carrier. And Comalong Harris, of course, she obliged to it, because, to be honest, she's not black herself. to be real about it. She's not black. Her father's not even, well, let me rephrase that. He's not of African American descent, and neither is she. But you know they're going to tout it as being such. You know. But I don't ride with her. I don't ride with her. I hadn't been riding with her the last few years. And like I said, she's fake. She's phony, and she's proven it time and time again. See, this is what the media, and I ain't going to necessarily say the media, but the Democratic Party for sure, they play out to this kind of shit. You know? You're going to pick the people who are already picked by the powers that be to say, this is who we want to run against, this is who we want in there. It's a setup. Your votes are going to waste, people. My vote ain't going to go to waste because I don't plan on voting. I'm not going to win. The person that I want in there, or I would have liked to see even run, it's not going to be in there at all. Not at all. You know? But you'll have a consolation prize if you decide to vote. Hey, Comalong Harris, Joe Biden, or Flabby Fat 45 orange soda. You know, take your pick. You know, and here's our white supremacy, white-haired running mate. You know, those aren't my choices. You know, that's for damn sure. You know, it's ridiculous though. On the serious, very, very serious tip, there aren't many other choices anymore, man. The choices are horrible. I mean, horrible. You know, like horrible. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. What a joke. All four of them. Oh, yeah. And that racist guy called Pence, too. You know? It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening to me. You know? And I don't know, man. It makes me, it does. It's on the real tip, this really makes me sick. And do it, all honesty. Because there aren't any good choices out there left. The candidates suck. Kamala Harris is a card-toting, biased ass, you know, whatever she is. She's biased as hell. Towards people of color. Let's put it like that. Yeah, that's already pretty well known. Joe Biden is a card-carrying white supremacist. And then you got the other choice who's all out. At least he don't hide it. You know. Much as you don't like the other candidate, the Republican candidate, or the Republican incumbent, at least you know where he stands. Sort of. You know. But on a serious note, though, man, I ain't feeling her. Not feeling her at all. Not feeling her as a candidate, as a vice presidential candidate at all. And I'm going to tell you, if those are our choices, I'd rather not vote. Let me say it again. If those are our only choices, I'd rather not vote. Period. Point blank. End of discussion.